D.B. Cooper.
D.B. Cooper.
D.B.
D.B. Cooper.
At one time, countries like America had no security measures on domestic flights. We usually buy train or bus tickets and board the train or bus. Similarly, you could have bought an American domestic flight ticket and boarded the plane. In that case, there was no system of security check, bag search, metal detector. One such security system was taken advantage of by a man named D.B. Cooper. It is called the mysterious robber of world history. November 24, 1971. A handsome middle-aged man bought a ticket at the Northwest Orient Airlines counter, introducing himself as Dan Cooper. He booked Flight 305 from Portland to Seattle. His seat was at the very back of a Boeing 727-100 model aircraft. He sat there comfortably and ordered food. Smoking was allowed inside the aircraft. Cooper lit a cigarette. He was wearing a dark-colored coat suit, white shirt, black tie and loafers. He looked like a gentleman. Sitting right next to him in a jump seat was flight attendant Ted Florence Schaffner. Their journey was 45 minutes. While the plane is in the sky, Cooper gives Florence a letter. Florence didn't care at first. Then Cooper said, "You open it and see. I have a bomb with me." Florence stopped in fear. He opened the letter and saw it. It said, "There is a bomb in my briefcase. I will use them if necessary. You have been hijacked. I want you to sit next to me." Florence sat beside him like a good girl. He saw that the briefcase was actually full of bombs. Cooper said the conditions of his ransom were three. First, $200,000. Second, 4 parachutes. Third, sufficient fuel for refueling after landing. Pilot William Scott contacted air traffic control and reported everything, where it takes half an hour to land. But the plane continued to fly for an hour or two. The rest of the passengers were informed that the flight was delayed in landing due to a mechanical fault. After learning of the threat, the FBI arranged for a $10,020 note. Those whose serial numbers begin with the letter L. Most of the notes are of the 9063A and 9069 series. A picture of each note is left. When he learns that all his demands have been met, Cooper then asked to land in Seattle. Another cabin crew member, Tina McWell, was given a bag of dollars and a parachute. The plane was refueled. Cooper then ordered all passengers to disembark and turned off all lights, so that no one can target him from outside. After fulfilling the demands, now it's time to escape. He made some new demands to escape. The plane should fly at a speed of 320 kilometers per hour only. Never stop and fly southeast toward Mexico City. Also, the landing gear of the plane should be kept in take-off position. The wind should be set at 50 degrees and pressure kept at 0. The pilot then said that if the plane flew like this, it could go a maximum of 1,600 kilometers and would need more fuel before heading to Mexico. When the plane took off from Seattle, in addition to the pilot and co-pilot, Cooper was accompanied by flight attendant Mecklow and flight engineer H.E. Anderson. The U.S. Air Force has sent 2 F-106 fighters, one of which was going under the plane and the other was going over the plane at the same speed, so that the Cooper plane can't see the two. After a while, Mecklow went to the cabin on Cooper's instructions. Cooper had something on his waist. As Mecklow went to the cabin, the alarm went off. After 3 hours, the plane landed at Reno Airport. Law and order forces have cordoned off the entire airport. Gradually, the armed forces entered the plane. But Cooper is nowhere to be seen, not even his bomb-carrying box and dollar bag. Then there was an uproar over Cooper. Darren Cooper was mistakenly identified as D.B. Cooper by a journalist. Cooper, who cheated a country like America. He was searched very thoroughly. It is clear that he jumped from the plane somewhere between the Seattle and Reno airports. Cooper's tie, 8 cigarette butts and 2 parachutes claimed by Cooper were found on the plane. That means Cooper did not go down with a provided parachute. No one had a picture of Cooper. A portrait of the artist is placed on canvas according to the description of those who saw him. The speed of the aircraft was 320 kilometers per hour. The altitude was 1,000 feet. The door was opened at 8.10 minutes. After all these calculations, Cooper separated from the plane in the Lewis River area. However, this area of 45 kilometers is surrounded by dense forests and hills. There was a long search for him, but no trace of Cooper was found. Even the dollar given to Cooper was never seen used. Since that incident in 1971, Cooper has been searched until 2016. At some point the FBI gave up. However, Cooper's whereabouts are still unknown. That's why Cooper is called the world's mysterious hijacker.